Last practice today in Coleman.
All's full of energy. Guys are flying around and having some fun, and that's what the bowl season's all about. And so I think we keep plugging away, and we'll be ready to rumble.
Before practice today, I was kind of up there just kind of like looking at everything, and everybody seemed to be pretty loose. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's a fun group, and we still got some time out, and the coach always says make sure you focus in on football time, and once we get out there and get going, and the energy level's high, and that's what we need, and we'll carry that over as we head to San Antonio.
Obviously, a lot of talk about David Montgomery, and your line is going to be the first line of defense against him. What have you guys been kind of hammering home about him this week?
Well, they've got a great offense, and they do a great job up front. And just like anything, we got to make sure that we're in a position to slow down the run game. And if we can do that, then we've got a chance. But they got some big guys up front, and we got to make sure that we play with low pad level, and then we got to fly around to the ball.
For outside of Comfort and Beg and Tago, with the young guys getting a chance this week for bowl practices, has anybody stood out in particular, or could you give us assessment breakdown of those young guys?
Yeah, Dallas is doing a really good job, and also Amir, and those are guys that have played some throughout the year, and now they'll definitely play in the bowl game. And so as we continue to move forward in the program and seeing what they can do, but those are two of them that are that we think that will have a good chance. And then R.J. Stone, one of Coach Brock's guys, I mean, he's done a really good job in practice as well.
Is there a chance to really measure growth in these bowl practices, or is it too tight a window and you kind of have to wait till the spring to?
No, you can definitely measure growth. We've done a lot of young guys stuff last week with the young guys getting a chance to scrimmage basically at the end of practice and seeing how they get after it. And so they're showing us some good stuff, and obviously that will carry over once we head out to San Antonio and then on our way to the spring ball.
For the fans that are looking at the D tackle position and they're kind of wringing their hands, what would you tell them after this recruiting period about that position and try and encourage that perception?
Well, I mean, everybody's got their opinion on what we need and what
Right.
we want, and I think that we have a very clear idea of what we need and what we want, and we're going to have some guys that develop into that position, and we've got one more spot, and so we'll be looking for a guy to fill that spot in, but we want to make sure we get the right type of guy. So we don't want to just put someone in there. We want to get the right kind of guy that's our kind of guy that can fly around and penetrate gaps and make plays.
And could this be one of those situations where guys coming from different positions could have the same equal shot, like we've seen a couple of years in the past, guys kind of moving around? And
oh yeah, no question. The body's changed quite a bit. And you look at a guy like Brendan Jackson. He's gaining weight, and I think he said he's up to 245. And he'll continue to do that over the off season, over the summer. So the picture in the spring will be a lot different than it is right now, and then even from the spring to the fall, it'll be a very completely different picture as well.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You just never know what these young people's bodies will do as they continue to get older, mature in the weight room, and obviously after eating.
if you were to put on your Tracy Clayus hat right now for the whole season, this defense, how would you characterize this whole defense and going in the bowl game? What have you?
Well, it's been a great group to work with. The guys that fly around, they love football, and that's what we all base it on, is finding the guys that love football. And once you do that, you teach them where to go, and then the way they go and make plays. So the speed D is still there, and it's going strong, and we'll hope to continue that in the future.
You ever had a chance to go down to San Antonio before and see this stadium?
I have not.
So first time.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to doing in San Antonio?
Well, just time with the family, and then it's always great to be around the team and to see the interactions between the players. It's always a fun time. All the events that happen at the bowl site is an outstanding deal, and then ultimately teeing it up in one more game for the seniors, and that's I want to hopefully get a win from that, and hope the guys that they play well and be ready to play.
Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about getting that 11th win for this team and setting that program record. As a coach, what would it mean to you to get that 11th dub?
Oh, well, it'd be huge because you go into the offseason with a victory, and that keeps everything positive moving forward, and it'll be a great attestament for the seniors, and they've done a great job leading this team, and we want to send them out on a great note.